Peacemaker Season 2 is finally here. Written and directed by James Gunn, and it's actually the third project of new DCEU. But here's the twist. Peacemaker might be more important than Superman. Why? Because Gunn isn't starting from a blank slate. Instead, he's pulling from Snyder's DC movies, though some through soft reboots like Peacemaker. And that leaves us with one huge question. What's canon and what's not? Okay, but tell me just one thing. Don't you guys still want Margot Robbie back as Harley Quinn? Don't you want Gal Gadot? She was fine. Idiot! They already changed Justice League. No going back now. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you will get it. Because today we are diving into Peacemaker Season 2, episode by episode, to figure out what's really canon in the DCU and what's already been erased. So before you kick back on your bed or chair imagining all infinite canon and not canon possibilities, let's discuss. Peacemaker Season 2. It doesn't just continue Chris' story. It literally rewrites the DC landscape. Justice League? Now it's Justice Gang. And yes, the rumors about Guy Gardner being a puke freak might be true, right? And this series takes place after Superman. So, Eagly wants to fly out, but it's freezing outside. Chris instead takes him into this strange pocket dimension. I know, technically it's not called that, but the energy signature is exactly the same. And there, Chris finds about the alternate dimensions. We then get a 6 months jump. Did Chris use this pocket dimension again during that gap? No. And I know what you are thinking. Why wouldn't he? I will explain, but later. Then, Adebayo reconnects with Chris, and we get that friendly banter back. He says she might die young while he will die old. But this is also where we learn that she is not with Kia anymore. Wait, then why did they show this? Later, Chris is in an interview with Maxwell Lord, founder of Justice Gang, and Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner. But as you can expect, he's not selected in Justice Gang. Hey, because he's annoyed of not getting in Justice Gang, he decides to have a nude party, right? No, he don't does that. But more important than that is White Rabbit. And here's the thing, she is supposed to be in bad terms with Batman. So, is Batman even around in this DCU yet? Or is he lost somewhere in Gotham or Arkham? We will circle back to that too. Meanwhile, Emilia is spiraling. Losing her job, which was her entire identity, has left her empty. She can't find any meaning outside of it. Chris shows up to comfort her, but during their talk, we learn that they actually hooked up before, on a party boat. Emilia doesn't want to open that door again, though. And now, Chris gets high.
What's all this?
I had some people over.
Oh, I see. You have a party. You don't even invite me.
And decides to head back into another dimension. But this time, Economus is not happy. Why? Because he works for Argus now. That's when Sasha calls him. Same energy signature detected again. Sasha orders Economus to have a look on Chris, and she gets to Rick Flag, who is the head of Argus now. Inside the dimension, Chris discovers something shocking. Keith is alive, and his bond with his father is stronger than ever. And Emilia, she was with him. Don't panic, she's not dead, just broke up with him. Meanwhile, Emilia keeps purposefully picking fights, almost like she wants to feel pain. And in alternate realities, Chris finds himself. And we get to see Chris versus Chris and accidentally he kills the other Peacemaker. And the episode ends there. But before that, Economist talks to Adebayo about Rick Flag just waiting for Chris to screw up and he will take the revenge he seeks. And this is where he tells that a few months back they got the first signal and this is the second time they got this signal. Explaining that in the 6 months gap, Chris didn't jump into the alternate realities at all. Which kinda is self-explanatory because when Chris was in the alternate realities for the first time, he was scared. And that Arkham thing, right? I forgot about it, sorry. When we get to see Rick Flag through the news which Rick Flag Sr. was watching, and the news was that meta-humans, I think it was the third time, they have escaped from Bellevue and Arkham. The second thing, Arkham, that is related to Batman. So maybe still we don't have Batman yet. Just my speculation, I cannot tell anything like a guarantee, but I just feel like that. So that's it with episode 1. Now let's dive straight into episode 2. It kicks off with a flashback. 8 months ago, that's 2 months before Chris even discovered the dimension portal. And here's the twist, Rick Flag actually asked for his son's death file as soon as he was appointed in August. And from then, he has kept 24 surveillance on Chris, as informed by Economist. Then we hit the intro song. But after that, Chris is in a mental spiral. He can't process that he killed his own self in some other reality. Who does he call? Vigilante. Not Adebayo, even though she's already on her way. It has to be Vigilante, and trust me, you will understand why. But before Adebayo reaches Chris, she stops at Kia's place, and here's where it blows up. Kia kicks her out. The only important detail, Kia wanted them both to move to Gotham. Now, I don't know how much Batman has improved Gotham, but clearly Kia can't let go her fetish for Gotham. Meanwhile, Vigilante is annoyed of Chris that he didn't call him for...
Oh, I see. You have a party. You don't even invite me.
You don't even seem that into sex.
I'm into sex because, like a lot of people, it's an opportunity to bond with my best friend.
But soon, the two of them are together again, working on destroying another Peacemaker's body. The process is almost identical to how imps destroy their prey, if that's even what they are called. And here's where a new player enters. An agent played by Tim, sent to keep an eye on Economist. Remember Rick Flag's request back in episode 1? Yeah, this is the follow-up, and Tim is actually fun, sarcastic, sharp, and he has bird blindness. Meanwhile, Adebayo reports everything back to Chris, that Rick Flag is keeping surveillance on him and he should be cautious. But Emilia still guarded. She puts up wall everywhere, and yet out of nowhere she arranges a get together. Why? We don't know. What we do know is Chris tries to use it to get closer to her, only to get shut down again. At the same time, Chris is trying to juggle Emilia, the new agent, and Shasa's team. They're all about to step into the portal when suddenly Eagly gets his own aura farming sequence. But after the disappointment takes up, Chris finally makes a bold move. He steps into the portal himself, and this time he decides he's staying in an alternate reality. With that, episode 2 ends. We could go deeper into the details, but I don't want to stretch this video out unnecessarily. If you are enjoying these breakdowns, hit the like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching.